You always dreamed of living in a place like this, but sometimes the land can be challenging. That's where the expertise of a John Deere dealer comes in. Together, we'll find the best solution so you'll know you've spent wisely to get the most out of your property. Because we know you love your land, every last bit of it.
Congresswoman Hartzler, welcome.
Thank you.
What got you interested in running for the United States Congress?
Well, I just became very concerned with the direction that our current administration and the leadership in the House and the Senate was taking our country. It seemed like they were dismantling everything that we hold near and dear to our hearts, certainly in the heartland, whether it be the government takeover of health care or the runaway spending that's mortgaging our children's future or the vote for cap and trade. Things needed to change here, and people asked me at home to run, and after a lot of thought and prayer, we decided it was time to do it, and we're just very thankful the people of the 4th District elected me, and I have the opportunity to represent them.
Roughly 6 months into the first year of the 112th Congress, what are your constituents telling you at this point?
Cut spending over and over again. They want us to hold the line here, and that's why I was sent here. Is to reverse the course that we are on that's going to bankrupt our country. And so we're hearing that over and over. We need to also get the government out of the way so we can create jobs. Government is over-regulating and overtaxing and causing problems so that jobs are being stifled in our country. And so we need to create a positive environment here in Washington so we can create jobs again. And so that's another theme.
Tell us about your background.
I'm a farm girl from Archie, Missouri. Grew up on a mainly hog farm, and we also raised corn, and had cattle and soybeans and wheat. So I grew up just right there on the farm with my sister and my mother and my dad, and my husband and I farm as well today. And we also own 3 farm equipment implement dealerships in western Missouri. So my background, small business, agriculture, and then I was a teacher for 11 years.
You're on the Agriculture Committee. What other committee assignments?
I'm on the Armed Services Committee as well.
With Whiteman Air Force Base, I assume.
Yes, and those are 2 committee assignments that I wanted, and I was so thrilled to get. It's very important to the 4th District. We're very agriculturally grounded in the 4th District, and we also have Whiteman Air Force Base and Fort Leonard Wood, the Missouri National Guard headquarters. So those are 2 committee assignments that were priorities of the district and priorities of mine too.
What's been your assessment of serving on the House Agriculture Committee so far? Has it met your expectations?
Well, we've dealt mainly with dealing with regulatory issues left over from last year's Congress, and so that's been a little frustrating that the Dodd-Frank bill passed, and it's very onerous for our banking industry. It didn't address the real problems of Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae, and it's caused all kinds of regulatory problems for our grain elevators and dealers, and so that's why agriculture is having to meet and discuss what they're doing as far as proposing rules that are going to be very onerous to being able to market your product, and there's a lot of uncertainty there. So it's been a little frustrating that we haven't been able to deal directly with things having to do with livestock or soybeans or corn or those commodities, but it's something that's very important to agriculture. And I'm glad we're here so that we can try to push back on what the administration is doing that's very onerous for agriculture.
Away from the office, what are your interests?
Well, I just love to be out in the country. I mean, that's what I am. That's what I grew up, and I love being with my family and just being out in the fresh air. I love to jog and cook and be with my friends and family.
Do you miss not being able to walk out your door in the morning and go to the farm?
Yeah, you miss those things, but you get home as soon as you can, and you enjoy them even more on the weekend and appreciate those things that sometimes you take for granted. You're there every day, so it's good to get home, that's for sure.
Missouri 4th District Congresswoman Vicky Hartzler. Representative Hartzler, thank you so much.
Thank you. I enjoyed it.